Okay, should I start? Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present on who I am, where do I come from, and what do I do here in Pastel Point. Well, it has already been more than 3 months that I have been with Pastel Point. I do still remember the time after all those interviews, the first day in the office. Tina and Danny introduced me to everyone, and I could see the warm, welcoming faces of everyone. Unfortunately, Danny isn't here today, but Tina, thank you so much because this was one of the happiest moments of my life. And so by now, I believe most of the people here in Parcel Point are aware of what my name is and what do I do. Just in case if you do not know me, then well, hi, I'm Saroj, and I am the junior QA engineer here in Parcel Point. Well, my name isn't that hard to pronounce because I have had a lot of situations when people pronounce my name so in a different way. So it's Saw and Rose, and if you put together, it just sounds like Soros. So that's how my name is pronounced. And talking about the place I come from, I was born in Nepal in 1999. So this is the image of the house where I was actually born, and it's a really nice place. We do not live longer anymore in this house, but a lot of memories connected to it. So one of the most beautiful experience that I remember from this place is that back in those days when I used to live here with my family, we used to have goats and we used to take them off here in the grasslands. And here is a big bamboo plant, and we used to take the seed of the bamboo and then slide from the top to the bottom. It used to be some fun times there. And the view from the front yard of my house is really nice. The mountain that you can see in this picture is actually Mount Annapurna, which is one of the highest mountains in the world, and all the snow-capped hills. The time during the sunset and sunrise looks so nice from here. And from here flows one of the biggest rivers in Nepal. And along in this river are like four hydroelectric power plants, and they provide like most of the electricity to the surrounding districts, which is really nice. And in 2015, like Nepal had a massive earthquake of 7.8 Richter scale, and it did a lot of damage in the country, the people, and the infrastructures. As far as I can remember, I think around 10,000 people were dead during that incident, and around 25,000 people were left injured. And the same earthquake did some damage in my house as well, and we were trying to fix it. This is me actually in this picture here, trying to reveal this. I was filtering the sand. This is my younger sister here. So this is how it was before, and this is how it looked after. And for my education, well, I came here in Australia in 2019, and I did my bachelor's in software engineering from Federation University, Australia. Um, so I did my high schooling and my schooling from my country, Nepal. So this is the school that I went to back in those days. This building did not even used to exist. Here used to be a big playground. And this is the high school that I went to. I couldn't find a better picture for this. And this is the small campus that my university had here in Sydney. It is right in front of the railway parade in Central. Talking about my hobbies, I do have a lot of hobbies, and some of them to mention are I love riding motorbikes, driving cars, and I love road trips. I do love playing guitar. I am not a great player, but I do still manage to play a bit of it. And this is the time when I was doing a DJ with one of my Lebanese friend in a Lebanese restaurant, and it was such a great night with Lebanese music and Lebanese belly dancers. It was really a fun night. And I do like photography, videography, traveling. During my schooling and high schooling, I used to play a lot of soccer and table tennis. However, after I came to Australia, I did not have much time to spend on these games. And I do love solving puzzles, and I am fascinated by mechanics, which is a branch of physics that deals with kinetics and kinematics. Okay, my family. Well, my family used to have member of 6 people. My dad, my mom, my 3 sisters, and I am the youngest one in the family. Well, she is the eldest among us in the family, and she is elder, and this is my youngest sister here. Both of my eldest and elder sister are married and they will have kids now. And this is my younger sister who is in India now as an optometrist. And unfortunately, I lost my mom and dad, both of them, when I was a kid. So I think I was 5 years old when my mom passed, and 6 years old when my dad passed. It was a consecutive year. And so this is the only picture that I do have with my mom. This is actually me and my younger sister, my mom and my dad. After this incident that happened in my life, it was a tough time for a couple of years, and then we happened to meet a charity called My Small Help. Well, My Small Help is a registered charity that is functioning actively in Australia, UK, and Nepal. This organization especially believes that poverty can be uplifted through education. As you all know, that Nepal is still a developing country, and like the facilities, including the education, isn't quite well, and not everyone can afford it. My Small Help has built more than three schools, and one of which is still is in progress, and they have helped more than 100 kids by now. So me and my younger sister are among all of these kids that My Small Help has helped. And actually, this is me here along with the director of MSH and few friends from the United States, where we had gone for a dinner party when they were here. And the kids, like most of them, if you can see, they are the ones, the grown-ups by now, which MSH have helped from before. And from its establishment, children and education has always been the priority of My Small Help, and it will always be. So, if you can notice the man in the picture here and the ones in the earlier here, well, he is the director of My Small Help and the operational manager at My Small Help. So, meet him. He is Mr. Raju Maharjan. Never have I ever met a person so down in my entire life who always keeps on helping people. He strongly believes on convincing people and then motivating people for education and stuff. He's so actively engaged in all of the stuff that goes around My Small Help. So whatever I am here today and however I am here today is a great help from My Small Help and from him as well. So he has a very big importance in my life too. And to talk about the biggest inspiration of my life, I would say she is my sister, my elder sister. It's because after the death of my parents, she was responsible for my upbringing. I grew up with her, and then she was also quite young when that incident happened. She just used to study at grade 10, and after all those incidents, she was working, supporting me and my other sister while she was still studying. So it was quite a tough time, but she taught us how to be strong and how to tackle with the things. So she's my biggest inspiration. So yeah, and this was the time in March 2019 when I came to Australia. Like when I had a flight to Australia, like everyone in the family was crying, but I was super excited to be here. So yeah, this is all about me. I know I do not have a lot of personal achievements by now, but the thing is like where I am and from the status of who I was to where I am now, it is the biggest achievement till I have now, and I think it will be the biggest among all that will be coming in the future. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
Awesome, Saroj. Thank you for that.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I love it.
That was so great. Looks so beautiful where you grew up and colorful in that house. It
Yeah,
looks gorgeous.
yeah, it was good.
It
Mm.
was cold as
Do you
well.
have anywhere? Do you have anywhere we can see your photography?
Not that I have here with me. I do not have a collection as of now. They are just random. Maybe if I make a collection, I will show it to you, Leah.
Nice. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So Saroj, which district was your house?
It's
It's only
Lamjung, one of the
which,
new provinces near Popra, Kasti, Lamjung.
oh, okay, yeah.
5 hours drive from Kathmandu. Quite
Yeah,
far.
yeah, that I knew, but you said it's Mount Everest, so I was thinking like
No, no, it's
which
Mount
district?
Annapurna.
Yeah, it's Mount Annapurna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's great. Thank you,
Mm.
Saroj. And it's awesome
I
that
have
you're
a
here
question
now.
for you.
Uh-huh.
Go on. Hi. I have a question for you. What are all the colorful flags that they hang up um in like Tibet and Nepal and all that? They have like all those like
Oh,
colorful signs or flags.
yeah. So it's actually the chanting that Buddhists use. So they all have written Om Mani Padme Hum and stuffs like that from Buddhist religion.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not
Uh,
only in the mountains, like every
in
Buddhist
Nepal, I think that.
house in Gumbas, and some of them even they hang in their bikes, cars, and stuffs. It's just like for good protection and stuffs. Like people they usually wear amulets. If you have heard of it, that
Yeah.
is still in the amulets that Buddhist people wear. So it has some mantras on it from Buddhist religion.
Ah, interesting. Okay, cool.
Even I have these flags in my balcony for my girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the symbol of Buddhism, right? So it not only in Nepal, I think it must be everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's in Tibet as well, like most of the places.
So near my house there is three gumbas. If you guys want to come in Bankstown. Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you
it
been?
was
Have you
good,
been on the?
Saros. Yeah.
Have you been on the airport? Isn't it like
Mm.
the one where you have to come in and then you have to do a sharp right or something like that to come into the airport?
Mm-hmm.
I did not quite understand it, Corey. What was that again?
Isn't there an airport in Nepal? You have to take off. You have to turn like a sharp right or something. Otherwise you end up flying into the mountain. You have to and to
Uh,
land.
oh no,
Oh.
I do not have experienced that yet because
Yeah, there are. It's very dangerous.
there
Yeah.
are like one of the places
There
where
are like
located in
two.
Shillong for sure, in Jumla. If you want
Yeah,
to
I
go,
think there are two places where it's very dangerous. One was it's called Talsa Airport, and one was what it comes from Al.
it's
Yeah.
Lukla Airport in
Yeah,
Jumla.
Lukla.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
which is
Lukla and Talsa
very
Airport.
the
Yeah.
world.
Those are dangerous one.
Yeah. So none of you
I
have.
I never go by plane.
I do not have that experience, not as of now.
No, I never went by plane because I'm scared. I went by like very long travel. I'm like good to travel 8 days in a car, but I won't go by plane. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You guys should visit Nepal if you get any vacation. Such a nice place.
I'd like to go one day.
Absolutely.
It'd be nice. Yeah. I'm not sure how I would adjust to the altitude though. My ear will pop or something. Yeah.
If you stay like maybe a month or so, then maybe you'll get used to it.
Yeah.
1 month.
Yeah,
How
it's
high is
nice to
it,
go.
Saroj?
Yeah.
How many meters is it at your house? Sorry. How high was it? Like 3,000 meters?
My house,
Yeah.
it is not on that much height because the mountain is still a lot far away from here. So I think it should be. I do not know the exact altitude of this place, but it's like a cold region. It does not snow, but it's like very cold. So it does snow on the hills that are on the sides of my house. Like if you walk around 6 or 7, if you climb that much time up in the hills, you can see the snow. But it does not actually rain on this place, snow on this place.
Cool. Thank you.
So yeah, these are like the typical houses that you can see in Nepal if you ever visit in the hills. Yeah.
Nice.
Any other questions? I
I
think
think
mine
we.
is like the place where this house is. I think there are roughly around 100 to 120 people Not more than 70 or 80 house, I can believe. It's a small village, and most of the youngsters will be in the foreign country, not even in the village.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it will only be the children and the old people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
okay.
like to visit the Nepal rural areas. It's very beautiful, like far from the like industrial area and all, but we can't live a life over there because it's very hard to get like access to transportation, food and all.
True.
But for visiting, it's the best place. Yeah.
Yeah, especially during the monsoon, like a lot of landslides and it blocks all the means of transportation, so it's really hard to commute.
Yeah. Uh,
Great. So,
Okay,
Saroj, you
that
got to
was
nominate the next one, but I think everyone has gone away. What do we want to do? Do we want to
We
start
can do
over?
Rima. Rima.
Rima? Okay, let's do
Me?
Rima.
Oh, last time I did it, I was so nervous, like I drank before, but I think this time I can do it sober.
You're
yeah,
hilarious.
okay.
You have to,
Nominate
yeah.
Rima.
Okay, me. All right, cool. So in a couple of weeks.
Could
I,
not
I
make you
remember one thing of your get to know me, like you showed like very huge number of family
Yeah.
members and you said this is my cousin, this is my there were like 30 people or 25 people in the photo.
Yeah, there's a lot. All right, cool. I'll use the same slides, but I will add to it, guys. Oh, yeah, add it to it. Cool. Look, I'm nervous now.
Mhm.